losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never ever.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new, exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports, the best sports podcast on this planet Earth.
Yes, sir.
I'm KSpadeTheProspect.
I'm your boy LaParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade, it's an action-packed show for him, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. Can I kick it off?
Do what you do, bruh.
Speaking of kicking it off, we got to talk about the college football national championship. It was the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Clemson Tigers. And man, everybody know me. They know I'm Team ACC. So I wanted Clemson to somehow pull out this game, man. It came down to a great game. It was a great game, but the Clemson Tigers, their defense, man, gave up a lot of big plays. The tight end for Bama, 8, like Spade, 8. But I want to get your take, Spade. We ain't really talk about this national championship. I want to get your thoughts on the national championship. How did you feel about the game?
I mean, I got to admit, like you say, I'm Team ACC. I was kind of hoping the Tigers would find a way to pull it out. If I had a hat to bet money, I would have put money on Alabama. But ultimately, man, like college football fans should be hype as hell because the one thing you hope for is a really good game, and we got that. The one thing I left that game knowing, the kid Deshaun Watson is the truth.
Yeah,
he is the truth. It ain't no quitting him.
Yeah,
Even when Alabama had the game and it was obviously their game, he still came out. His demeanor never seemed to change. He never got too high or too low. He just kind of was dead set in the middle, gunslinging. I like him, man. I think he got a real bright future. And kudos to the Crimson Tide for winning another national championship and the evil genius Nick Saban.
I'm going to tell you what, Spade, and a lot of people probably ain't going to. Man, Nick Saban, to me, is the best college coach ever, man.
Ever?
He's the best college football coach ever, man.
Ever,
man. Ever.
A long time.
I think the way Nick Saban puts together recruits, nothing has came out crazy about him breaking I was about to say terms of service, but breaking any allegations, breaking any rules or anything.
NCAA violations or whatnot.
NCAA violations. Nothing came out with him with any of that stuff. I got to say Nick Saban may go down as I want to say right now, Nick Saban is the best college football coach ever, Spade. That guy, man, it was a picture circulating. I don't even know how true it is, Spade. It's a picture circulating on Twitter about Henry's replacement. Henry announced that he's going to the league. Did you see Henry's replacement, the running back that they got behind this dude that's going to be their running back next year?
Bro,
if that dude is their running back, it looked like they're going to be back in the national championship again.
That other running back looked like a Marvel comic superhero. The man's arms is bigger around than my chest. The dude,
man, he looked like a created player, man.
Yeah, man, he looked like a demigod. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, man. I want to say Watson is it. I thought Clemson defense would have been way better. I thought they would have. Man, they just gave up so many big plays.
And the
they
special
had Coca
teams
out there. Say it again.
And the special teams.
That's right. But they had Coca out there looking like he was Joe Montana or somebody. Man, and Coca played for me. He went to Florida State and transferred over there. Coca ain't it. I don't care what nobody say. He was able to pull out that victory because the defense was so bad. I thought Clemson would have been better. But Coca ain't it, and they made him look amazing. But kudos to Alabama. Kudos to Nick Saban, man. Well-deserved win. It was a great game, and I'm happy we got a good one. I'm happy it wasn't lopsided. Deshaun Watson, I hope somebody picked this dude up, man. I seen some mock drafts, and it was reports that he may be a second or third round pick, man. I don't know about that.
Of course.
I'm just hoping that the dude get picked up and be successful on the next level, man.
Yeah, also, before we move forward, I want to say this. I don't like this guy, but somewhere in there I started to get a respect for this dude. You talking about Coca looking good and how, Clemson secondary kind of got picked on and exposed here and there for the big plays.
Yeah.
And you know who all that credit go to? Lane Kiffin.
Who that?
Lane Kiffin is really drawing up some, and it's Lane because Lane will throw his hands up before the pass is even to the receiver.
Word.
Like he know what he drawing up. Got to give him credit, man. Lane looking like that dude. But anyway, let's move forward.
Lane gonna get a job.
Yeah.
Or he might wait till Nick retire and take that Alabama job.
Well, I was on record saying I felt like he was the only guy out there that I felt like had Miami swagger. And I don't even like Lane Kiffin. But I felt like Lane had Miami swagger. I felt like the Canes should have took a run at Kiffin for that head coaching job. But whatever, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mark Richt, you might be the dude. We'll see. But let's move forward, man. We got an action-packed show for you guys. So I'm going to try to keep moving LaParis along because he won't shut up. He like to talk. Y'all know how he is, all right? I want to talk to you guys about ESPN this week. They put out their top point guard list of all time as well as their top shooting guard list of all times. I found discrepancies on both lists. We are only talking about the point guard list, and I won't even go that far. I just wrote down 7 names. I'm going to give you the top 7. This is of all time by ESPN standard. Number 1, Magic Johnson. Number 2, the Big O, Oscar Robertson. Number 3, John Stockton. Number 4, Steph Curry. Number 5, Isiah Thomas. Number 6, CP3. Number 7, Steve Nash. Let me talk right here.
Go ahead.
How, and I know basketball isn't all about winning championships. Charles Barkley never won a championship. To me, he's the greatest power forward of all time. I know a lot of people say Tim Duncan. That's not what I'm discussing right here, though. How does John Stockton and Steph Curry jump over Isiah Thomas? Go look at Isaiah's numbers. Isiah, how's Stockton up there? Come on, man.
Insane. I don't. ESPN got to be trolling Spade. They gotta. You know what? They searching for clicks. They want clicks.
Oh,
they want people to see that and be like, hold up, what that say? And they want people to click that. No way. The so-called experts at NBA, who at ESPN that put this together about the NBA point guards believe that Steph Curry's a phenomenal player, but Isiah Thomas in that era, man, no way, Spade, no way, no way.
The thing that made Isaiah's play so impressive is how small he is. And everybody look at Steph and say, Steph is so small. Steph actually isn't that small. Steph is like 6'1", 190. He's not that small. Isiah was like 5'11", like 165, 170. Itty-bitty dude. Of course, he couldn't shoot as well as Steph, so he had to get his points other ways, manipulate the court. Man, Isiah was that dude, man. And when the Pistons finally did win the big one, they won it because of Isiah. He wasn't just a role player on that team. He was that team. He was the guy that made that team go. Go back and look at that very inspirational game of Isiah playing through an injury, limping up and down the court. I don't even think they won that game, if I'm not mistaken. But just look at the heart that he had on display in that game. I think the list, like you said, hopefully ESPN just trying to get clicks. What I hate is so many people out there that ESPN is their Bible. It's people that just say, well, you know, if ESPN say this, then it's got to be. Yeah. I hate that. Folks, trust me, Isiah Thomas was that dude, man. Magic Johnson even came out and tweeted. He said, you know, no disrespect to anybody, but there is no way that Steph Curry and John Stockton are better than Isiah Thomas. I found that funny because he didn't say nothing about him and the Big O. He didn't say that they weren't better. So Magic low-key said, I'm better, but they ain't. So anyway, that's all I got for that, man. Put your thoughts.
I just want to say, especially playing in that era, that was a tough era where you drove to the paint, you got hammered. Yep. Like and Isiah, you know, Isiah was a tough little scrappy dude that would hammer you.
Had to be.
And I'm gonna tell you what else. I'm gonna tell you my last thing, which is just, you know, we just talking here. Man, if Steph was to play back there going against Isiah and all them, where they could do all that body checking, going to the paint, elbowing folks, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Steph might not survive, man.
Nah, I don't think
he wouldn't be going in there doing all them cute little dribble moves, layups. I tell you that. He'll stay his little light-skinned ass on the outside. Look, I'm gonna tell you that.
They would have played the Knicks, and he would have came out there dribbling through 2 or 3 people. You know how he like to do. He'd have been shooting that jump shot that's so wet. He'd have been killing the Knicks. Pat Riley would have looked over at Anthony Mason, and he'd have told Anthony, get his ass out of there. The next time he'd have came down the court, he wouldn't have even had to disguise it. Anthony Mason would have Russian sickled his ass. It would have looked like a wrestling move, just right across the neck. It would have been ugly, man. It would have been ugly.
Yep, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, and you know what? You know the old Knicks, like the 90 Knicks, if they couldn't beat you, they'd just fight you.
Yep.
They ain't had no problem with fighting.
Yeah.
Man, every time they played the Miami Heat, it was a fight.
You ain't never
so them Knicks, yeah, man, if they can't beat you, they'll just throw hands. That's how they got down, Spade.
Yep. But I
ready to
want to
move
hear
on?
you guys' thoughts. Let me know what y'all
Go
think.
ahead.
I mean, if I'm tripping, let me know. If you guys feel like Steph has already surpassed Isiah Thomas, let me know. Matter of fact, if you
leave it in
feel
the
like
comment
he
section.
surpassed John Stockton, because I'll tell you this, if you can make an argument that he's better than Isiah, he damn sure better than Stockton. So I mean, I need to know. I need to know what's going on. I want to know what you guys think about that. But go ahead, bro. We can move forward.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to some NFL. We're gonna go to some NFL. The divisional round of part of the playoffs played today. And I'm gonna put the disclaimer out. We had to stop watching the Cardinals Packers game. It just went into overtime. Aaron Rodgers threw a Hail Mary. They caught it. We had to stop watching that because it's late. We want to record. We want to get this video up for you guys early so you guys can watch this. So we don't even know who won that game. Let me just put that out there right now. But I want to start off with the Patriots and the Chiefs. They played against each other. And Brady and Gronk had that connection back. They was back cooking, Spade.
Yep.
Edelman came back. Edelman did have some drops. Amendola laid a hellacious hit on the dude on special teams. I mean, the Patriots they back in the AFC Championship again. I don't know who won. We don't know who won the Packers and the Cards game. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to leave that in the comment section. By the time this video over, we will know. So there's no need to leave it there. But Spade, what do you think about what we was watching so far with the Pack and the Cards as well as the Patriots and the Chiefs?
I got to admit, man, I thought Arizona would win this game easily. I felt like they was the better team. We ain't even got to talk about how well Carson Palmer had been playing coming into this game. I just felt like it was over. Then they went up. They went up 2013 late in the game. Green Bay was out of timeouts. I think Rodgers got sacked deep in his own territory. And you and I said to each other, let's go record the show. And I'd be damn if Aaron Rodgers ain't discount double check his ass down the field and tie the game up, man. So who knows? Who knows what can happen in OT?
So how do you feel about what about the Pats and the Chiefs? Brady and Gronk connection, Edelman being back. Do you think they the team to beat over there?
Yeah, I really do. I really do. And I hate to say it because it's mad early. You know what? I ain't even going to say that because we got something going on later in the show. I don't want to ruin that show, but I'm a tease it. I got a feeling that our Super Bowl matchup this year, I think it's going to be a little deja vu. I'm just going to say that.
A little deja vu?
Yep.
I just want to say, man, Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers. Anybody that don't think Aaron Rodgers is it, without Jordy, if you guys don't know, Cobb went down early in the game. You don't have Cobb. I mean, anybody that don't think Aaron Rodgers is it, man, just watch the plays that he made at the end of the game. I said, Spades, it's something about Aaron Rodgers. He got the glow when it comes to throwing Hail Marys. I mean, it was like 4th and 20 or 4th and 30. Aaron Rodgers picked up the first down, throwing deep down the middle of the field, got him to about the 36-yard line. It was 5 seconds left in the game. Aaron Rodgers threw a Hail Mary. Janice came down. I couldn't believe what I was saying. I said, Aaron Rodgers got the glow when it comes to making plays at the end of the game when it's a Hail Mary needed. He makes the play. As far as the Patriots, come on, man. I didn't think that. I know a lot of people picked the Chiefs to win this game. I just didn't think the Chiefs had it in them to go up to Lambeau and win that game. I mean, Lambeau. Go up to New England and win that game. I just didn't think they had enough. I knew Grunt was going to play. I wasn't too sure about Edelman, but Psycho Tom showed up, and he played very well, man. Tom Brady was so excited to get a rushing touchdown. I said, man, it's over right there. When he went over to the offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, and was shaking him, patting him on the back when he got that rushing touchdown, I said, yo, it's over. They ain't going to beat these guys, man. And I can't wait to see what happens on Sunday with Peyton Manning against Pittsburgh. It's a lot of guys out for Pittsburgh. D'Angelo ain't playing. AB ain't playing. I don't think Pittsburgh has enough. So it looks like it's going to be New England and Denver again. And we're going to talk about predictions at a later date. But New England got an easy road to the Super Bowl. We have to see how it play out, man.
This next segment right here is going to be a little funny. I want to go ahead and cue up the Three Stooges music or something like that, some circus music. If you driving, I don't want you to participate in this exercise, but if you're sitting at home in front of your computer, or even if you're just chilling somewhere, I want you to kind of do this in your head or write it down on paper. This is going to be weird. Check this out. So the NFL season, the regular season ends, right? Yeah. The Eagles part ways with Chip Kelly. The Giants part ways with Coughlin.
Okay.
Looking kind of crazy, right? Teams start looking like, oh, snap. We might want Chip. Everybody's looking at Chip. Everybody's thinking Chip might be their next head coach. The Eagles say, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll reach out to the Giants, get Coughlin, like a little, stick it back to the Giants. Coughlin say, you know what? I'm good. I don't have no job, but I don't want that one. Coughlin curves on them. Chip Kelly gets a job with the 49ers. Here's what's funny. The Eagles call Andy Reid, who they fired years ago, to ask Andy Reid, what you think about your offensive coordinator? You think he'd be a pretty good head coach for us? And Andy Reid go, yeah, I think he would be. They hire him. The Giants sitting here with Coughlin's entire staff. The entire Coughlin staff kept their job. They decide we ain't got nothing else to do, so they go ahead and find their man. And the last piece of the joke that I found the funniest thing ever, Tennessee was really hoping that Mariota would be the draw to get Chip Kelly there. They was just sitting back chilling. They just knew they had Chip Kelly. They the last man standing, so they just take their offensive coordinator and make him the head coach. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Everybody's talking about Chip Kelly's going to restore. I just had a brain fart. He's going to restore the career of Colin Kaepernick. I don't really know how that's going to go to Paris. Crazy coach carousel, man. What you think about it?
Crazy, Spade. I think I just got an alert. I think the Cardinals pulled it out. I just got the alert on my phone. If I'm not mistaken, Carson Palmer got his first playoff win.
Hot niggity dog.
Yeah, man. But let me tell you the smartest dude out of that whole coaching carousel you just gave us. I'm gonna tell you the smartest dude in that whole situation, Spade. You want to know?
Who?
Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin was like, you know what? I'm looking at these jobs and I don't see none of these jobs. I don't think none of these jobs is it. And Tom Coughlin said, you know what? I'm going to sit back and enjoy, not retirement. I'm just going to enjoy a year off because I don't think none of these guys is it.
That's smart.
For the Niners listen, man. Colin Kaepernick, they keep calling Chip Kelly this evil genius. And I've been saying on this show for the past 2-3 weeks that Chip Kelly won with Andy Reid people. When Chip had his own people, it wasn't looking too good over there. When Chip was like, you know what, I want this guy, I want that guy, keep this guy, get rid of that guy, wasn't looking too good in Philly. So maybe the Niners could turn it around if they got another guy that's picking the groceries. But if they got Chip out there shopping, which I hope they don't do, it ain't gonna look good for the Niners either. I don't think Chip should have been fired out of Philly because you put you get your groceries. You gotta chef it up. They gotta give you time to chef it up. I don't know, but for the Eagles to just go back and get a dude that from the staff of the dude that they fired, like you can't make this stuff up.
You sure can't.
What are they doing, man? Man, if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm looking like, man, we didn't get nobody. We got Andy Reid again. That's what we got. We got Andy Reid. He got the same philosophy as Andy Reid.
Back wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't know if this offensive coordinator is Andy Reid, if you know what I mean.
You right. You right about that. But I mean, it's basically the same philosophy. They got tired of Andy Reid philosophy when he was there, but they want to get the guy that called the plays for him down. I don't get it, man. I don't know. I want to know what these guys, I want to know what these guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this coaching carousel. How do you guys feel about that? Is one more thing you didn't mention, Spade.
What's up?
Your boy Ed Reed got a job. Ed Reed and Rob Ryan got jobs with the Buffalo Bills.
I'm not all right,
How do you feel about that?
I'm hurt. Congratulations, Ed Reed, man. Miami should have hired this guy. Miami, why did we not hire this guy to be a DB coach or something? Come on, Miami. Yeah. Come on, Mark Rick. What you doing?
You always said he had coaching aspirations. I don't know why they just wouldn't give him, make him a DB coach. I don't know what his specific title is with the Bills, but I mean,
DB coach.
Make him a DB coach. You gonna tell me Ed Reed wouldn't be a good DB coach? He was a great DB.
Right.
Come on, man. That's just. But kudos to Rex Ryan for being like, you know what? Ed played with Rex with the
Jets,
with the Ravens, and I think he went there with the Jets as well for a short time. Yeah, with the Jets. So he knows Ed Reed. Of course, he knows his brother. So he hired his brother, hired Ed Reed. We gotta see it. We gotta see how this staff is put together for the Bills if it's able to help translate the Bills into some dubs out there, man.
One last thing before we move forward. One last thing.
Go ahead.
I want everybody to remember this. Chip Kelly just came from a situation where he had all power. You know, he was the man there. Well, the owners and GM, whatever you want to call them, over in San Francisco, they really don't like coaches that want all the power. What eventually made this train derail and crash and burn was the fact that they felt like Harbaugh wanted too much power. Harbaugh was too controlling, and that's where they clashed. Harbaugh was having success on the field, but they didn't like how he was after all the power, and it made him sever ties. If Chip come over there with that, I want all the power stuff, and he ain't getting no wins, man, his ass will be out of there before you know it. I'm calling it now.
You ain't lying.
I'm calling it now.
You ain't lying. All right, let's move on. We got to talk about Chandler Jones, the linebacker, defensive end, whatever he is for the New England Patriots. He got crazy high. He got high as a mine. Y'all know the saying. Chandler Jones was out there getting lifted on synthetic marijuana, which in Massachusetts, over there in Boston where he was doing it at, isn't illegal. It isn't illegal. But Chandler Jones got so high that Chandler Jones went to seek help at the police station. He went to the police station. They called the ambulance. Big thing happened with Chandler Jones. NFL is investigating, man. Chandler Jones got dumb high, Spade. He got crazy high. He was high as a kite. And damn near went crazy.
For those who don't know,
he had an allergic reaction. He had some type of negative reaction to the synthetic marijuana, which reports say is worse than regular marijuana, but is not traceable in NFL testing. That's why these guys are using synthetic marijuana. But it's worse because it got all these different type of chemicals I'm reading in it. I don't smoke marijuana, so I don't know, but allegedly synthetic marijuana is worse because it has all these different type of chemicals that makes it untraceable during tests. But Chandler Jones, Spade, how do you feel about this guy getting high?
Well, I wanted you to let the people know.
A big playoff game.
In case there's somebody here that don't know, will you let these people know who Chandler Jones' brother is?
Chandler Jones' brother, Spade, help me out. It's
UFC fighter John Jones.
John Jones, John Jones.
John Bones Jones. You want to know what's the last thing we talked about on this show with Jones?
I remember Bones Jones.
He was messing around with the booger sugar. So this whole family,
cocaine escapades.
Yeah, they're experimental. They like to. It's crazy because they both are freakishly talented athletes.
Yeah,
and I can't. It's like LePere said. I can't speak on things I don't know about. I'm a weird guy. Weird things give me a natural high. I can have a good game of 2K and I'm walking around this camp fired up. So I can't. I don't know what they deal with. I don't know what makes a person want to seek to put things in their body. I don't know. I know it's unfortunate because both of these dudes are super talented, man. When I read the article that Bones Jones was using booger sugar, I was like, it's got to be a typo. Ain't no way this man doing this. And then I'm reading this and I'm like, synthetic pot? You mean the little cheap shit up at the counter at the gas station? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, man. They said Chandler really wanted help. Chandler, I hope you get the help, man. And I hope you can get your brother in some, too, because I like watching them fight. I don't know if I ever get a chance to again. I hope the Jones brothers get their act together, man.
They got to get it together, bro. I'm sorry. I was just about to say they got to get it together. You are in a position to make millions of dollars. Chandler Jones is basically one of their top 3 best defenders on the Patriots. Like, so you are going to make a ton of money if you could just have your mind right. If it was me, if it's marijuana, this saying, or millions of dollars, it's an easy decision for your boy. I'm taking millions of dollars. I don't know what these guys be going through. I don't know what type of pain they're in.
Right.
I don't know. But it gotta be a better way other than marijuana to relieve stress, get rid of pain, whatever they need it for. It gotta be a better way that's not illegal in NFL standards.
And if you smoking marijuana, go get some real marijuana. Don't get that shit out the gas station, man. And I know what y'all gonna say, but Spade, that's illegal. I know, but I mean, I think walking your high as a kite behind up to the cops like, y'all, I'm high and I'm higher than I wanted to be. Can y'all get me down from here? That's just as bad. I don't know, man. I don't want to crack jokes about it because like LePere said, I don't know what that guy dealing with. I tell people all the time, football is grueling, man. You basically get your ass kicked all weekend practice in preparation for the game that weekend. So that takes a toll on people.
To get your ass kicked some more.
Who knows, right? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm not going to pass judgment on the guy. I just hope he get it together.
Yeah, me too.
All right, man, this next topic, I'm going to breeze through it. It ain't a whole lot to talk about. LA got a football team again. The once St. Louis Rams, they now the LA Rams again, which they've been before. So everybody was hype about that. It's crazy because people was hype, and I ain't really know how to take it. Like, people was like, yes. And I was like, I mean, I don't know how the people in St. Louis feel about it. The only thing I saw, people was upset that they going to keep that gold and blue. Everybody wanted them to go back to the old yellow and blue back when they had Eric Dickerson and Flipper Anderson and those guys. But I guess this is news to the people in LA. Congratulations, you guys got yourselves a football team.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how the St. Louis fans feel about it, Spade. If you haven't heard, a St. Louis Rams fan, a former St. Louis Rams fan, sent $250 worth of manure. If you don't know what manure is, that's shit. That's poo. To the owner of the Rams. Like, he put it in Tupperware and mailed it to the guy. Like, that's how they feel. So they upset over there.
I had not heard that.
Yes, he sent them $250 worth of manure in a bowl, in a Tupperware bowl, and sent it to him. It's crazy. You can't make this crap up, man.
That's good stuff.
I want to tell you, I wrote, when I heard the news, Spade, that the Rams was moving to LA, I said, you know what? First of all, I think they got to get rid of Fisher, but that may not happen.
Wow.
2, they got to get a quarterback. They need a QB.
Why they gotta get rid of
Maybe they'll
Fisher?
pick one up in the draft. But the third thing I wrote on Twitter, Spade, I said, this is going to, if Todd Gurley continues with this type of production, it's going to make this guy a star. You already know Shaq was a star. Shaq was a star when he was in Orlando. He went to LA, Kazam and all these movies came. You know, if you it in LA, it's going to make you it on a worldwide level with movies and endorsements and a lot of different. Shaq was a multi-platinum rapper. Now I don't know if Todd Gurley want to rap. I'm just giving you things of what LA can do for a good athlete.
That's a good
or
point.
Potential great athlete. If Todd Gurley, in my terms, become it, which I already think Todd Gurley has, I think he's it. I just think he needs some help with that team. I think he need a quarterback. I think he need another wide receiver. I like Tavon. I think he need a new coach. I'm not a Fisher fan. He goes 8-8 every year and never loses his job. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But anyway, if Todd Gurley keep up this type of production and becomes it, this guy's going to be a superstar. Like, he's going to be everywhere on our TV, man. You heard it here first.
You know,
LA turns great players into megastars.
That's true. It's a whole nother side to that equation that I feel like you're leaving out, though. Everybody ain't ready for the fame and the cameras and the flashing lights. So some of those guys going to become stars. Some of those guys going to be in your local gas station taking synthetic pot. So get ready for that, too.
I mean, you know, some guys don't want that. You know, Dwight Howard was in LA for a year and was like, or a year or two, and was like, you know what? Nah.
LA ain't what ran him off. The Mamba ran him off.
We got the Pick'em game coming up, y'all. So I know you guys are like, oh boy, we know. Yeah, it's another football game. It's Seattle versus Carolina. This gotta be the game everybody want to know about, right? People don't care about Pittsburgh and Denver because everybody hurt for Pittsburgh, right?
Right.
That's what I say. But Seattle is playing at Carolina, and I mean, Seattle escaped last week, man. They escaped. Thank you, Blair Walsh, who mentions was on fire after he missed that kick. But thank you, Blair Walsh. But Seattle is back in it again. They got the best playoff luck ever. They back in it again. They playing against Carolina Panthers. Spade, who you got?
Can I have a little moment with Cam? Cam, let me talk to you, man. To him. You know,
talk to him.
I'm a fan, and I want you to win.
Talk to him.
It all, Cam. I want you to dab your way to the Super Bowl. I want you to dab your way to Disney. But I don't know. I don't believe your team is really that good, Cam. I think it's all you. I think you have willed this team this far, and I don't know that you can will your team another step. I hope you do, but if I got to put my hard-earned cash on it, I'm putting my cash on the Seahawks for another ugly win. And I know Somebody told me the other day they shouldn't even got past. Yeah, but that ain't really how sports work. It don't matter who shoulda, all that don't matter. The Seahawks are here.
Coulda, don't matter, baby.
The Seahawks are here and the Vikings are at home. And for that reason, man, I think the Seahawks going to find a way to escape another one, man.
You want to give me a score or you just want to say close one?
I'll give you a score. I'm going to give you an ugly score, too. I'm going to give you 17-14 Seattle.
Ooh. I hope it's better than that, y'all.
That's a good game. That's a defensive struggle with a lot of turnovers.
Spade. You talk to Cam Newton. Can I talk to somebody?
Go ahead.
I want to talk to Ted Ginn Jr. Ted Ginn, we believe you ain't it. Now, Cam Newton got you out there looking like you it. You scored the most touchdowns you ever scored in one season ever with Cam this past season. I know you're dealing with some injuries. Cam Newton needs you, bro.
He do.
He needs you. And I know you're going against Richard Sherman and the Legion of Boom and Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas, but he needs you, man. We already know what we getting from G-Reg. We already know what we getting from Jonathan Stewart, who's been injured, but it's reports that he's playing. He needs you. He needs you, Ted, again. When he throw you the ball, because, Ted, we being honest with you, Ted. Ted, what's keeping you in the league is your speed. So I'm thinking you may be able to get 2 deep throws to you because you just that speedster that can, blow the top off him. I think you can get 2 deep bombs. But Ted, you gotta catch it.
Try looking at
the
football,
reason, Spade.
Look at the ball.
For that reason, Spade. For that reason, I'm going Seattle. I don't believe Ted Ginn are going to catch these passes.
I was hype over here because I thought you was gonna go Carolina, and that's what I wanted to hear.
I want Spade. God is my witness. I want Cam to win the whole thing. I'm tired of Tom Brady. I'm tired of Peyton Manning.
Whoa.
I'm tired of the Seahawks. Whoa. I'm keeping it. I was rooting. I was rooting. I said when it came down to that field goal, I said it's over. Ain't no way this dude been a clutch kicker all year for Minnesota. Ain't no way he missing that. The football guys put some win in there. He Ray Finkled the joint. Laces out. Like, he Ray Finkled it. Like, I don't understand. Seattle got the best playoff luck ever. They don't have no Super Bowl luck because that was just a terrible play call. But they got the best playoff luck ever. I would love for Carolina to pull it out. But I'm with you. I don't believe their team is better than Seattle. If Carolina win, I wouldn't be mad. But I'm picking Seattle to win 21-10, man.
Ooh, 21-10. So you think they just gonna go out there and kick the Panthers' ass?
Spade. I think Seattle had a hard time against Minnesota because they played in Minnesota and it was freezing
cold.
It was like one of the coldest games ever. In Carolina, it may rain. But, it's going to be pretty all right. 40, 50 degrees, that's great for Seattle.
Yeah.
It rained a lot in Seattle anyway. Right. They're used to that. So, I think it's going to be a 21-10 game. I hope I'm wrong. I
hope you're wrong, too.
Me too, man.
Let's close the show out with one of my favorite segments, man. In this segment, we take a very highly coveted award and we give it scarcely to athletes. This ain't something that's just given away like popcorn. This ain't trick or treat, but we putting candy in the bags. You gotta earn this award right here. We call it the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. We only get this thing away once a week. LePage, who you giving yours to, bro?
The Heisman of podcast, baby. Y'all already know.
Tell them.
I'm giving mine to my guy. I might be a little biased, and I know y'all gonna probably kill me in the comment section.
James Harden.
But absolutely not. We know you giving yours to James Harden to Cam Newton. You want to give yours to Cam Newton, he ain't even play yet. But I'm giving mine to Jimmy Butler. Played against the Philadelphia 76ers, and my Bulls was getting smacked. I got home late. I turned the game on. I said, are we really losing to the 76ers, man? Jimmy Butler said, I got you, LeParis. Came out, dropped 53 points. He went 15-30, had 10 rebounds, 6 dimes, and 3 steals to bring the Bulls back so we could beat the 76ers. Jimmy Butler, for that reason, you are my strong arm performer of the week. And I know y'all going to say this is Philly. But Spade, Philly's been playing a lot better, a lot tougher. They've been competing out there.
That's true.
They looking better. They still losing, but they look a lot better, man. They look a lot better. But for that reason, Jimmy Butler, you are my strong arm performer of the week.
I'm I'm all right.
Get it.
That's pretty good. That's good. I'm gonna do something similar. I'm gonna give mine to a guy
James
who
Harden.
helped this team come. You know what, man? Somebody put in the comment section last week. They
Yo,
said
did James Harden have a good game? Because if he did, it's James Harden.
they said they so tired of LeParis cutting me off and being rude, and I said me too. He don't have no home training though. We just gotta take him as he is. But my strong arm performer of the week also helped this team come from behind. They were down 18 points in this game. He raised his level of play, got a triple-double. In fact, his third triple-double in 3 years. That is points, rebounds, and blocks. I'm talking about none other than Hassan Whiteside. We needed that performance. I say we because I'm a Heat fan. But we needed that performance, man. The Heat was on like a 4-game slide. They were not winning. And they were down 18 points in this game. Hassan Whiteside and his triple-double helped the Heat bounce back, get a much-needed win. So for that performance, Hassan, you are my strong arm performer of the week.
You know, the crazy thing is, after that game, Bosh did an interview and said, the crazy thing is, they kept going to the paint. Like, Hassan just wouldn't give them anything in the paint. And they kept driving. Bosh was like, they kept driving. He said, I don't know what was wrong with him, but they just kept driving. And you know what, Hassan, man, that's a hell of a performance.
Yes, sir.
I was watching that game and I was tweeting like, oh my God,
I didn't give a stat line.
Whiteside is going ham.
I didn't give a stat line. I'm tripping. Let me go back. 19 points, 17 rebounds, and 11 block shots. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Man. Insane. Just insane numbers from Whiteside, man. Who, man, Bosh was like, man, he just kept coming in the paint, and Whiteside put a lid on the rim and was denying everything.
Yep.
And he really was. He really was. But Spade, you good?
I'm good, man.
And let me tell you guys, we want to thank you guys. Like I said, the iTunes podcast is back to normal, so you guys go over there and download it. Yep. Like I said, every week, if you don't want to see our mugshots, download us. We everywhere. We on SoundCloud. We on iTunes. We on ऊPodOmatic. You guys can find us everywhere, man. Also, if you new here, you know, hit the subscribe button and take 2 seconds. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. We appreciate all you guys. You know, all you guys continue support, man. We want you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let us know who are you guys strong arm performer of the week. Let me know who you have in the pick'em game. Cam, I believe in you. I don't believe in tag again, man. I don't believe in tag again. Tag again, man. Help your boy out. Help out Cam Newton, man. Please, because I'm tired of Seattle and I'm tired of the Patriots, man.
Hey,
Please.
I agree with you. We do want to see some new teams in the bowl because I'm afraid we're going to get a Seattle-New England rematch. I'm afraid of that.
Me too, man. That's what I think it's going to be, man. Because I don't think Peyton is it anymore. And if they start in Peyton, I don't think his arm is it anymore. And I don't see Pittsburgh beating them without AB and D'Angelo. I know we was in the closing, but you know, this is strong arm sports. We just strong arm some more stuff in there. That's what we do. But anyway, Spade, you know, we want to thank these guys for watching. You know what I mean? We appreciate your continued support. Yep. Leave your thoughts on every topic in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys next episode, man. Peace.